Okay, hello YouTubers, this is long-awaited part 8. Sorry about the long delay, but as I've said before, I have an Xbox, so I talked to my friends on that, and a lot of them started going back to school this week, so I was trying to get in as much time with talking to them and playing games with them as possible before they had to go back. Now, um, on this I'm doing 3 quests. I'm trying to remember why I'm killing Wendigos. Oh yeah, Grizzled Den. Grizzled Den needs 8 Wendigo mains, and it is really, 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 really annoying quest. I'll say that much now. Um, but as you see, the Wendigo, like, that's the first main I've gotten, and I think that's, like, the third Wendigo I've killed, and it doesn't get much easier from there. So, if you're doing this, if you want to group up with some people, you could do that. It might make it a little bit easier. Uh, because then you can kill more of them faster. But as you see, there's like 4 or 5 of them there, and I've only got one of the mains. But in this little area where the Wendigos are, there's a couple bears and a couple crag boars that you can kill for the other 2 quests that I'm on, stalking Jetstream and beer-basted boar ribs. So yeah, this is actually one of the best areas for it. It's the only area that you can find the Wendigos too, which is very helpful. The little square on my minimap is from Quest Helper, which I began using. That's what the text is next to the minimap as well. I started using Quest Helper for 2 reasons. One, I got tired of having, if I got stuck in a quest, I have to go look online to try and find help with it, and a lot of stuff there were problems with. And 2, Quest Helper makes things a lot easier. That little camp you just saw, I'm not sure if I'm going to go around and look at it again, is where you get the ammo for Rumble Shot. I think I did that in the last video. But as you can see, bears are a little bit sturdier than most creatures equal to their level. So just be careful with them at low levels, especially if you're a mage or if you're any class that doesn't have heavy armor. I've actually been killed by a bear when I had full mana and everything, just because I got really unlucky and some of my shots didn't hit on time. I used the action bars. To get them, you just have to go into the interface options, and one of them is action bars. It's not that hard to figure out. But as you can see here, my inventory's full, and I'm going back to the town to turn in these quests. I keep checking my map because, oh yeah, to go to Rumble Shot, on your way up to the little town where you're at now, there's a stopping point. There's like this little side point where there's some guys training with guns, and that's where you have to take the ammo for Rumble Shot. It's when I first got the quest, I didn't understand where I was supposed to go, so I went back to the town. I couldn't find anything. I started getting annoyed, so I went back to the guy who gave me the quest. He didn't take it, so I went all the way back there and found him because I didn't have quest helper at the time. It was really annoying to do. To people who have been waiting anxiously for my videos, I'm sorry these take so long. It's just, I've got to find time to record it, and I have to feel like recording it. Because if I don't feel like recording the volume, you're just going to get an empty shell of a video. So, I recorded 8 and 9 in the same video, so I'm going to try and put them both up today. I might cut out mid-sentence because I'm not paying attention to my timers right now. So yeah, if that happens, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a long trek back down to get to that one. One thing you're gonna notice is I run out of bag space really fast. It's because, for me, I don't spend a lot of time selling stuff. I spend more of my time uh, traveling and killing things. Sorry about that. Uh, so if you're having problems with bag space, my guides don't have me buying any gear from start people. Uh, like all the gear I get is just from quests. I've actually don't recommend doing that if you're gonna play through seriously. Spend some of your money on better armoring. The only reason I'm doing it is because I don't have time to go back and buy that stuff, and I'm just trying to see how much money each area gets you on average. Because what I've done is I found that if you want to have a very successful start character and you want to have good rep with everybody, you can go to the start areas for each race. No matter what race you are, there's always a way to travel between the two from the main cities. So what I've done is I started as a night elf, did everything up to the level 10 quests there, and stopped. Then I went to the Draenei homeland, did all the level 10, all the quests up to level 10 there, came back. Then I believe I am in the human land, doing the same thing. And it nets quite a bit of money over time because of all these quest items you can't equip or can't use, you can sell, or stuff you don't like, you can get rid of. And you really start getting the best of the best armors as well early on. Like, even though I'm a skinner, a couple of the armor pieces and weapons you get from the quests are a lot better than any items you can find that you can wield at that level. So that's what I've been doing. And really, it's worth it. It gets you a lot of good gear, it gets you a lot of good stuff, and most people don't realize that. So, also, it gets you quite a good chunk of money. I have over 1 gold on my character right now. But as you see, you can normally get around 10 to 15 silver per these. If you find it necessary, like you're always running out of bag space because you're always carrying around a certain amount of items, feel free to buy bags. In fact, I recommend buying a few bags if you need to, if you don't get them in drops. If you want to do it, if you don't want to spend money on them, take up tailoring, because I think at skill level 90 in that, you can make the 6 slot bags from linen, which is fairly easy to get, and you can farm linen pretty easily. So yeah, just do that if you really don't want to spend all that hard-earned money on bags. I do that a lot, and I'll sell them for relatively cheap compared to everything else. I'll sell them for whatever I get them in the shops usually, which is a lot cheaper than what you buy them for, about half of what you buy them for. Yeah, I was just talking to him to sell up a bunch of spare gear I had. Just because it freed up a lot of my inventory space there. Yeah, you have to be careful what you're selling, because I've only found this problem once with me. I accidentally sold something I needed for a quest that took me a couple hours to get because it just wouldn't drop the last one. So I had to redo the entire gathering, and it took me forever to do. So yeah, just want to be careful of that. Pretty soon here this video is gonna end, so I'm gonna break the recording off here in a couple seconds, in about a little bit. But basically, I just spent this entire video hunting these crag boars, bears, wendigos, and turning in one quest. Depending on how this goes, I might have to edit out a couple seconds because I don't exactly remember how long this video is. Oh, that's awesome. I forgot. I got a small pouch off the last boar I killed in this video. Here, which is amazingly rare. I was complaining about backspace and I got one. I'm pretty sure I complain about backspace a lot when I play the game. And those little pouches, just if you can get one in a drop, help, because you have to buy them for like 2 silver a piece. and it's just really, it gets really expensive to keep buying stuff like that. I think it's 2.5 silver, 2 silver, 50 copper each. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off here after I kill this boar, obviously, because he's really not that hard. You saw me use the frostbolt there. I rarely ever use that because A, it doesn't do as much damage as fireball, and B, all it does is slow enemies down. I'll use it morally from a distance. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you again later.